The fallout from the Wireless Festival cancellation and Kanye West controversy. We're live in Finsbury Park. Also tonight, from bins to parking to potholes, we hear what matters to voters in next month's local elections.
We paying service, we paying rent, council tax. What we get? Nothing.
Plus, telling tree tales. The 11-year-old whose imagination for inventing backstories has led to an unofficial tree trail in Hackney.
And temperatures today reached the low 20s. With all this spring sunshine, which is forecast again for tomorrow, it is set to get a little bit warmer. How long will it last?
A man stabbed to death in Peckham in the early hours of Monday has been named as Aurelio Mejia. He was found after emergency services were called to a disturbance outside a nightclub in Ruby Street. A fifth man has been arrested on suspicion of murder. A former London-based Meta worker suspected of downloading around 30,000 private images of Facebook users is being investigated by the Met's specialist cybercrime unit. The social media giant discovered one of its engineers designed a program which allowed him to circumvent the usual internal safety checks which protect people's privacy. And around 80 firefighters were called to a major fire at a commercial site in Barking this afternoon. The roof of a property was alight, along with a number of outbuildings and a neighbouring residential property. Crews removed several gas cylinders from the scene. The blaze has now been brought under control.
The government's pledging £1.2 million for specialist training and support in schools in the areas that are most affected by knife crime. The money will go towards paying for things like mentoring for high-risk students and chaperones on school routes.
So there are 250 schools who are going to get more support through our programme to make sure they know what to do, how to access support, whether that's mentoring, whether that's therapy, whether that's other interventions, whether that's about safety in terms of routes in and out of the school. We know that knife crime is very focused around certain particular areas. Those 250 schools that happen to be in those areas need that extra support.
4 people have been arrested after a 26-year-old man was stabbed to death outside a nightclub in Peckham in the early hours of Monday morning. Police say they were called to reports of a disturbance on Ruby Street. 2 other men in their 20s were also injured and remain in a life-threatening condition in hospital. One of the organisers of Wireless Festival has defended his decision to book Kanye West as the headline act and is asking the public to forgive the controversial rapper. Melvin Benn described Kanye's previous comments as abhorrent, but said that he will only be performing and not be given a platform to voice any opinions.